Thanksgiving is the holiday that is known for gathering around a table full of high-calorie, indulgent, delicious food and eating until you fall on the floor because you are so stuffed. While it is a thoroughly enjoyable holiday and you get to get together with friends and family that you haven't seen in such a long time, for those of us trying to lose weight, it is also a very challenging time of year. So I have compiled 10 tips to help you survive Thanksgiving on a diet. Just a little quick note, while I am a Weight Watcher and will be talking in terms of smart points, know that smart points can be interchangeably used with your calorie counting or macro counting. Whatever diet you are doing, these tips apply to you as well. I just happen to be on Weight Watchers, so that is the terminology that I will use throughout this video. Let's jump right into the 10 tips to help you survive Thanksgiving on a diet. Tip number 1 is to plan ahead. Those of us that are on Weight Watchers have a whole arsenal of weekly points that we are allowed to use throughout the week. So if you know this indulgent meal is coming, try and save some of those weekly smart points for your actual big meal. Then you will have a little bit more wiggle room and you can enjoy some of your favorite dishes completely guilt-free. The same thing goes for your calories and macros. If you can do a little bit less eating and maybe a little bit more working out to burn some extra calories in preparation for Thursday, that will just help you to enjoy the dishes you like and not have to worry about how your body is going to respond to the extra calories. Tip number 2 is eat in the morning. A lot of people make the exact opposite choice and decide to starve themselves until delicious turkey dinner time. Please, please, please do not do this, and here is why. If you starve yourself all day long, you are going to be ravenously hungry by the time you are placed in front of that giant table of food. And what is going to happen if you are ravenously hungry? Your self-control is going to tank and you are probably going to eat a lot more than you would have originally planned. The safe route is definitely wake up and actually eat a normal breakfast. Eat something that is light but high in protein. Have an egg white omelet stuffed with veggies and some fat-free cheese. Or grab a protein bar and a side of fruit along with your morning coffee. Whatever you do, do not starve yourself in the morning. Instead, do the exact opposite so you can show up to dinner not ravenously hungry, but hungry enough where you still have the willpower to make the right choices. Tip number 3 is get active the morning of. And I don't necessarily mean that you have to go to the gym to get a workout in. My husband and I actually signed up for a turkey trot this year, which is a 5K run walk that happens at 7:30 a.m. on Thanksgiving morning, and I'm sure there are turkey trots all over the United States. This just gives us an opportunity to get up in the morning and get into the right healthy mindset and burn a couple extra calories, get a couple thousand steps in before we turn our minds on the food that we are going to be eating later in the day. Now, if you're not interested in joining one of the fun Thanksgiving themed events that are out there, go to the gym, go for a run, do a yoga video. Just do something to get active and burn a couple extra calories, because then again, you will be able to enjoy your meal guilt-free. Number 4 is bring a dish. Maybe you're not hosting Thanksgiving, but that doesn't mean that you can't contribute something to the dining room table. Go ahead and offer to bring a dish of your own and make sure it is a dish that works in your diet plan. Bring a Weight Watchers friendly side dish or just some plain steamed vegetables so you can rest assured knowing that there is something on that table that fits 100% into your diet plan. It is totally trackable, totally within your macros and within your ability to enjoy. And bonus, you will be sharing that healthy dish with the other people at your table and offering them a healthy option as well. Special note, if you are hosting Thanksgiving, this means that you have the power to put as many healthy Weight Watchers or diet-friendly dishes on your table as you want. So if you are the one hosting and you are the one dieting, it is your job to make sure there's stuff on that table that you want to be eating. Tip number 5 is drink plenty of water. Not only should you stay hydrated, hydration is so important to our body for so many reasons, and one of the reasons is it helps us with our hunger. Have you ever had those times where you are so hungry and whatever you eat doesn't seem to satisfy you? Have you tried picking up a giant glass of water and guzzling that down instead? Odds are you were thirsty and not hungry. It is super important to make sure you stay well hydrated on Thanksgiving, because then you are not going to mistake your thirst for hunger and end up eating extra food. Not only should you make sure you're well hydrated throughout the day, but have a nice glass of water at the dinner table with you. And in between a couple of forkfuls, make sure you stop, put your fork down, and take a sip of water. This is going to slow down the speed at which you eat your food and will give your body time to send the signals to your brain that you are full, which is super important because it takes 20 minutes for your stomach to tell your brain that. And you know how much food you can eat in 20 minutes if you're not listening to your body. So drinking that extra water is just going to give your body a chance to take a breath, think, and fill up a little bit sooner. Along those same lines, tip number 6 is eat slowly. As I said, it takes your stomach 20 whole minutes to tell your brain that it is satisfied, and you can get into a lot of trouble in 20 minutes, or at least I can. I don't know about you, but I know I can. So if you eat slowly, that gives your body a chance to send that signal when you are well and done, as opposed to when you are overstuffed and by then it is too late and you're already feeling pretty terrible. So take your time. Talk to the friends and family that are around the table. Catch up with them. Odds are you're hanging out with people you haven't seen in quite some time and you'll have plenty to talk about. Thanksgiving may be about the food, but it is also about the people that you are sharing the food with. Slow down. Enjoy the time. Eat slowly. Tip number 7 is don't overfill your plate. There is no reason that you need to start your meal with a plate piled 6 inches high full of food. The food is going to be there whether or not you take a little bit or a whole lot the first time around. The exception might be the amazing sweet potato casserole that is the coveted item that everybody wants on their plate. In that case, take an extra scoop. But in general, you can always go back for seconds. I have found in Thanksgivings in the recent past years that I eat a lot less than I used to because we are so focused on Thanksgiving being the holiday that we gorge ourselves on delicious food. But I've noticed that I have like a little bit of turkey and a little bit of this. I have everything that's being served, but in small portions. And then by the time I'm finished, there's only 1 or 2 items that I actually want to go back and have a little bit more of anyway. So start small. The food will be there, and if you really want seconds, you can go get them. But you might feel obligated to finish your entire plate, and if you put too much food on there, it is an easy way to ensure that you are going to overeat. Tip number 8 is wait before going for seconds. Back to the whole stomach brain signal thing. 20 minutes. Once you finish your first, not completely overfilled plate, chill out for a couple minutes and then decide, is there really anything worth going back for seconds for? Are you really hungry? For me, it's going to be that sweet potato casserole. I know that for a fact. I already plan on going back for seconds of that, but I'm going to give my body time to assess exactly how much I want. Typically, a scoop or 2 is going to be more than enough instead of going back and getting an entire plate full of a whole nother meal. Take your time, slow down, and wait before going back for seconds. Tip number 9 is listen to your body. If you start to feel like you have been eating too much, for heaven's sake, stop eating. Just because it's Thanksgiving does not mean you have to. It does not mean you are required to gorge yourself on 5,000 calories of food. If you are that hungry and you are not feeling like crap afterwards, and that's your choice, then by all means. But honestly, if we all eat as much as we expect to eat on Thanksgiving, odds are we're gonna feel pretty crummy afterwards, right? Bloated, gross, and completely lethargic, and that is doing us no good at all. So listen to your body. When your stomach says, hey, excuse me, I'm full, stop eating. There is no rule that says you have to eat epic amounts of food on Thanksgiving. There's not. Check the rule book. It's not there. And tip number 10 is more of a statement. Guys, remember that Thanksgiving is one day. The reason that people experience holiday season weight gain and are so worried about Thanksgiving is because in their minds, the holiday season is the holiday. Thanksgiving is the holiday. Christmas is the holiday, right? So one day is not going to completely throw you off track. One meal is not going to throw you completely off track. It is the people that take the holiday season as license to loosen the reins and treat every day as if it was Thanksgiving with all of the delicious cakes, cookies, get-togethers, parties, and treats that are happening throughout the office and in everyday life. It's really easy to let things go, and that is when the pounds start to come back on. But if you remember that Thanksgiving is only one day and Christmas is only one day, and you decide to give yourself license to do and eat whatever you want that day, that's fine. But Friday, get right back on track. It's not Friday of Thanksgiving and Saturday of Thanksgiving and November through New Year's Day of Thanksgiving eating. It's not that. Remember, it's one day. Nobody ever got skinny and lost 50 pounds off of eating one healthy meal, and nobody is going to get fat and gain 50 pounds off of eating one holiday meal. Have a good holiday. Enjoy your meal. Enjoy the things you only get to enjoy this time of year. But do it on Thanksgiving only and Christmas only. Don't do it every day between now and New Year's. That's where the problems happen. Forgive yourself, enjoy yourself, and let it go. Move on. The next day is a new day. New points, new calories, new macros. Get back on track immediately, and you are probably not going to see a whole lot of weight problems. And there are your 10 tips for surviving Thanksgiving on a diet. Let me know in the comments below what your tips for surviving Thanksgiving or the holiday season in general are, because I would love to hear what works for you. My goal this year is to actually stay on track this holiday season, because I, like many other people out there, need to listen to tip number 10 and take it into serious consideration. If you liked this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up because it really helps me out, and don't forget to click that little subscribe button over there for a whole lot more exciting weight loss, holiday, and lifestyle related content. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care, be healthy, and have a happy holiday. Bye!